The Life of Zeno from Dragon Ball. Grand Zeno, the Omni-King, is the supreme ruler of all the multiverse and seemingly its most powerful being. Since the events of the future Trunks saga, Zeno co-rules jointly with his future counterpart. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the life of Zeno. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Background. At some point in time, Zeno destroyed 6 of the then existing 18 universes. In the manga, Zeno held an all-universe hide-and-seek tournament, but when Beerus hid and fell asleep for 50 years during the tournament, it had to be cancelled. Zeno, who was enjoying the event, became furious and had to be calmed down by the gods from the 11 universes. Universe 6 Saga. Zeno watches the Tournament of Destroyers from a distance away from the nameless planet. After the tournament concludes, Champa is angry that his team lost and prepares to destroy them while Beerus desperately warns Goku that he can't beat Champa yet. However, Zeno and his attendants arrive on the nameless planet in the ring, which prevents Beerus and Champa from doing so, as he, along with Beerus, are completely mortified and shocked by Zeno's presence. He states that his reason for visiting was out of concern that Beerus and Champa were shirking their duties as gods of destruction. Asking how Beerus and Champa were doing in their jobs, Whis informs him that Beerus focuses more on sleeping and consuming food, and Vados notes that Champa completely obsesses over food and all of these sweets that result in him being fat, and whatever food Vados serves Champa, he says it's awful. Goku attempts to meet Zeno, but Zeno's attendants shield the king from him. Zeno allows Goku to speak to him and even shakes hands with Goku after a long pause when the latter offers his hand. After shaking hands with Goku, Zeno returns home via his attendants. Future Trunks Saga. While Beerus and Whis were at the temple, Beerus was waiting for his food when a call comes through. Beerus answers it, telling the caller to call another time, yet is immediately shocked and terrified to see his caller is Zeno, and repenting his tone, immediately bows to him, accidentally breaking his table with his head in the process, and asks him how his day has been, thanking him for taking time out of his schedule to call him. Zeno asks Beerus and Whis to have Goku meet him, much to the Divine Duo's shock and uneasiness. As he was told, Beerus orders Whis to take Goku to Zeno's place together with Shin. Zeno happily greets Goku and asks him to be his friend, since everyone else was too afraid of his power to effectively socialize with. When Goku seemed to hesitate, Shin desperately interrupts, saying Goku would be happy to oblige, but Zeno orders him to be silent and allows Goku to answer for him. Agreeing to be his friend, Goku tells Zeno to just call him by his name, and in return, Goku will call him Zenny, to the shock of those present. After Goku promises to bring him a friend even more fun than himself after he settles his business on Earth, Zeno gives Goku a button. If Goku presses it, the Omni-King will come right to him. After fused Zamasu and the future timeline's world are destroyed and erased, Goku and future Trunks return using Cell's time machine. There they find an empty cyan void with future Zeno floating in the emptiness. They decide to take that timeline's Zeno to the present so that he and his present timeline counterpart can be friends. After arriving at present Zeno's palace, Zeno rushes to see but is met with surprise at his future counterpart. At Goku's suggestion, the two decide to play, with both being happy to have finally found a friend. Universe Survival Saga. Sometime after the defeat of Zamasu, Zeno and his future counterpart are visited by Goku, who reminds the former of the tournament promised to the Saiyan after the conclusion of the previous tournament. The Zenos agreed to hold the event, much to Goku's delight. The prize for the winner are these Super Dragon Balls, much like the contest between Champa and Beerus before. However, the Tournament of Power has a dire rule. All of the universes defeated in it are to be erased by the ruling duo. Before the Tournament of Power is held, however, future Zeno requests his present counterpart host a preliminary tournament to raise his expectations for the upcoming all-universe event. Their servant, the Grand Minister, willingly obliges and has both Universe 7 and Universe 9 gather 3 warriors, each to compete in the contest. The former universe picks Good Boo, Gohan, and Goku to compete, while the latter selects the Trio of Danger, a fearsome trio of lupine siblings, Basil, Lavender, and Bergamo. Above an arena materialized specifically for the matches, on the Null Realm, all of the gods, the Supreme Kais, gods of destruction, and angels, as well as the Zenos and their attendants, gather to spectate the matches, with rules being laid out soon thereafter. The fights are then determined, with Boo fighting Basil, Gohan fighting Lavender, and Goku fighting Bergamo. And they then watch the first clash between Basil and Majin Buu, with the latter coming out as the victor. They then watched the next match between Gohan and Lavender, with the battle ending in a draw after both collapsed. The two versions of Zeno are shown amazed by the fights, even allowing underhanded moves to go since they will determine the rules for the actual tournament. Their decision is enforced by the Grand Minister, who glares at an agitated Beerus to settle him down. Before the final exhibition match, Bergamo pleads to Zeno to relinquish the destruction of the universes if one team loses. Though they state that they've made their decision, they would allow it if Bergamo wins in his battle against Goku. During Goku's battle with Bergamo, future Zeno is surprised by the power of the Super Saiyan Blue, as his counterpart explains it to him. The two are amazed when Goku enters Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and defeats Bergamo easily, upholding the decision to destroy the losing universes. After the battle ends, Top of Universe 11 challenges Goku, as the two Zenos are surprised but allow the match between the two fighters. They're amazed by the battle and are eager with anticipation as the fighters prepare to go all out, but Grand Minister ends the match to their disappointment until they hear the fighters need to conserve their power for the actual tournament. When the Tournament of Power arena was completed in the world of Void, Zeno and future Zeno looked in awe and decided to play and massage on the arena. Thanking the Grand Minister, Zeno gave him a piece of candy, much to the minister's delight. During the tournament, both Zenos watched in amazement at the battle. They also possessed God Pads, tablet devices which they use to keep track of which warriors have been eliminated. After Goku and Vegeta finish off Team Universe 9, Zeno and future Zeno make good on their world and erase all of Universe 9, with the exception of Mojito. When the combatants of the remaining universes stopped fighting, shocked by the erasure of Universe 9, the Zenos were puzzled as to why they had stopped fighting. After all of Team Universe 10 is defeated, Zeno and future Zeno erased all of Universe 10 with the exception of Kusu. Later on, when Frieza had eliminated Frost, Zeno erased the latter as he was preparing to fire a Chaos Beam at Frieza from the sidelines. He did so, declaring that such an action was against the rules, and threatened Team Universe 6 that he'd erase Universe 6 entirely if they do it again. After both Team Universe 2 and Team Universe 6 were defeated, the two Zenos promptly erased both Universes 2 and 6, with the exceptions of Sour and Vados, respectively. Later, after Team Universe 4 and Team Universe 3 were defeated, the Zenos erased Universe 4 and 3, except Cognac and Campari as well. In the anime, it is stated by the Grand Minister that Zeno foresaw an outcome of a virtuous being winning the Tournament of Power who would selflessly wish on all the Super Dragon Balls. It is also stated by Grand Minister that Zeno would otherwise have erased all universes if the winner had wished for selfish reasons, as this would have shown that the winning universe was no better than the erased ones. The two Zenos joyfully fly to Goku and engage him in their handshake, praising him for his performance in the tournament and thanking him for his role in making it happen. Before Goku and friends return home, Zeno asked if they would ever see him again, which Goku assures him he will before sharing in a fist bump. In the manga, none of this occurs. Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga. As punishment for all the trouble caused by Beerus, Whis, and Shin during the conflict involving Moro, the Grand Minister places a penalty on the three which involves them having to play with and look after the Zeno in order to give their attendants some much needed time off. The Zeno are shown riding on Beerus and Shin's backs, playing horsey, spurring them on to go even faster. Universal Conflict Saga. Despite only appearing at the end, Zeno's very existence is the catalyst for the core area warriors' plans, with their leader Hearts wanting to destroy him due to his ability to be able to destroy entire universes on a whim. Zeno appears after Hearts has been defeated, blissfully unaware of the events that had transpired, and is shown playing a game of hide and seek with future Zeno, Beerus, and Champa. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.